Cool, just an update from the previous video. If you don't know, I am making a Naruto game. Now, the direction the game... Cool, just an update from the previous video. If you don't know, I am making a Naruto game. Now, the direction the game is going to go in depends on you guys. I'm going to use your feedback to create the game and actually build a game that is created by the ideas of the fans and prove wrong a lot of the companies who fail time and time again to create a game that the fans actually want. So I'm going to answer your questions, but before that let me say that Konoha is basically the main focus for now. I'm trying to build that, and then the next one is the Chunin exam. Now, I haven't finished building Konoha yet. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but it will be a gradual process, not something that can be done within a week or so. At the same time, I'm also building the Chunin exam. Right? I've built one of the Chunin exam arena. The arena itself is done, and I will link in the description who actually built that, because I actually have a few people who are sculpting to help me make this game. So I will link all the people who helped me in the description below. And yeah, next video I will show you what the second arena looks like. The first one will be inside Konoha, so you can actually go inside there and explore. And then the second one will be when you are actually fighting, when you're put on the stage to fight someone. That is when you will switch to the second one. So the first one, you can just have a look at the outside and a little bit of the inside, and then the other one you can only have a look at the inside, because that's the only place you're going to be. So yeah, let me answer some of your questions right now. So the first comment is, please follow the same steps as the guy with the avatar game. I don't want you to run into legal issues. Love this idea completely. Thing is, I am fully prepared to run into legal issues, because at the end of the day, it's not my own original IP. I'm just taking it and creating something that the fans actually want. Same thing for Elka Gaming, because he is creating a game based on Avatar, which is not his IP. So anytime his game can be taken down, and the same thing will apply to mine. But at the end of the day, he would have created something amazing that professional gaming studios were not able to do, and I think that's the whole point of why we are doing this. Next one is, just wanted to say good luck against Cycles, since you had to re-upload the video. Yeah, I had to. Next one says, I want to be in Deidara's clan. Art is an explosion. Now, the clans I've thought of so far are Nara, Uchiha, Uzumaki, people who have no clan at all, so they're non-clan people. And yeah, I think Hyuga is obviously one of those. But basically the main clans in Konoha are the ones I'm going to do first, because I build Konoha and then I do everything else, and then I move on to the next thing, unless I find someone who is willing to build the other villages while I focus on other things. Next one is, so I want to know if we can be like academy students and move up in the ranks. That's the whole point. Yeah, hopefully I can implement that system. Will special ranks like Ambu and Special Jonin be available? I don't know about Ambu and Special Jonin, because the whole purpose of Ambu is for them to be assassins, and I don't see how an assassin can fit into this game, because stealth is not going to be a thing. And for Special Jonin are basically Jonin, but they specialize in other fields except from combat. So say for example Katasuke is in the lab, right, and he does experiments and stuff. That would be a Special Jonin, and Special Jonin's speciality is not combat. And there are Special Jonin out there who interrogate people, stuff like that. Those are what Special Jonin are. So if you want to play the game and just interrogate people or create stuff in the lab or do other things, then yeah, Special Jonin is not something you want to become. You can become Jonin and still do missions though. Jonin be available. It is possible for us to have different things to do in the game, like compete in the Chunin exam. That's definitely going to happen in order for you to become Chunin. Training, going through the story like Naruto's story and others like Kage's and Boruto's story. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Be assigned missions by various characters in the village. That's definitely going to happen. So it's basically what an RPG is. To compete online tournaments with different types of battles like Shinobi Striker, and challenge other players to battle like friendly matches. So far, online has not been implemented by Media Molecule, so until that happens, you will basically be playing single player. Also, the Kaguya clan can be in there with the Kekkei Genkai and like Haku's Kekkei Genkai and that cool blood manipulation one. Haku's one I've thought about, and the Kaguya clan I've also thought about. I feel like I want to add them in there. Kakemura, Keketota will be available. Yeah, all those will be available. I feel like for the Kekkei Genkai and Keketota and Kakemura and all these other things, I would add it to the people who don't have any clans, because if you have a clan, you already have a lot of Jutsu, which gives you an advantage. And if you have Kekkei, Genkai and Keketota on top of that, that makes you overpowered. So I need the game to be balanced, and I need there to be an incentive for a person not to have a clan. Say for example, if you do not have a clan, then you might be able to learn Flying Thunder God or something like that. I will invent something like that to balance out the game, because the last thing you want is an Uchiha who has the Rinnegan, can summon meteors, right, and can do all these things, and has a Kekkei Genkai and has the Flying Thunder God. Like, that's overpowered right there, and that would break the game. Everyone would just choose Uchiha, because out of all the clans out there, they are the most powerful ones, right? So next person says, I have not played Dreams yet, so I was wondering how does saving and loading progress for the community games work? Also, I do not mean to discourage you, but do you think the scope of this game is too big? As I ask, the Naruto Boruto power system is really complicated compared to, say, Avatar, where it's just bending a few elements and hand-to-hand combat. I would personally add making anything for PC, as I have seen quite a few fans made non-profit games be handed a cease and desist order. For the loading, I'm not sure yet how that's going to work, but eventually, as time progresses, I will figure something out. About the whole cease and desist order thing, yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing, and I know that that is a possibility out there. And if it happens, it happens. The whole point is to make a game that developers fail to make for some reason. Next one says, thank you for listening to my comment. Yeah, and that's the whole point, to create a game where your comments basically designs the game. Next one says, the training system isn't a good design, I think. The reason I think that is because when I play Skyrim and different characters, they all end up having similar skills even though they're supposed to be different characters. If your character's skills reflect your actions, they will always feel the same, but with something like a perk point system, it solves the problem, just my opinion. I don't know what you're talking about in terms of Skyrim, because I've never played it, but based on the system that I've designed or created based on comments, it is going to be different, because if you are a clan, you're going to have different skills to train, and therefore you cannot be the same character, if you get what I'm saying. And what you train, like I say, depends on the gameplay. So if you choose a clan that's based on ninjutsu, then you're going to be using ninjutsu and you're going to be long range, right? Whereas if you choose a character that has no clan at all, then you might want to focus on taijutsu, because that's going to be very important, so you're going to be close range. I don't know, unless you want the option to be able to, code, use logic and sculpt your own jutsu. That's going to be very difficult to do, so I don't think that I'm going to be putting that in there. Can you add story missions from the beginning all the way till the end of Shippuden? Maybe the Otsutsuki playable characters, or even Toneri. I'm going to give you an example of how I'm going to do the missions, right? So, as an academy student, what you can do is you will get a mission. This is a mission I thought of. You get a mission where you have to retrieve a stolen scroll, just like Naruto had to, get the scroll. He stole the scroll, obviously, but as a different person, you're not going to be doing what Naruto did. You're going to have to catch him and steal the scroll. So once you manage to do that, what happens is your character will look through the scroll, and then he will get a multitude of jutsus, and he has to choose one to learn. Shadow Clone is going to be in there, just like Naruto learn the Shadow Clone, and other jutsus are going to be in there as well. So you pick one, and then obviously I think the guy Mizuki comes after you, tries to steal the scroll, and then you have to use that jutsu that you learned in order to beat his ass. And that's basically that will be like the first mission, I believe. Now, next one is, can we have Kekkei Genkai? Yes, you can have Kekkei Genkai, but Kekkei Genkai is not going to be available to people who have clans, because the clan jutsus alone are going to be overpowered, and the last thing you want is someone using the clan jutsus and adding like magma or all these other powerful jutsus in there. It's just going to make them broken, and I would normally add that in there and allow everyone to use whatever they want. But if you do that, the game's going to be broken real quick, and I feel like that's why a lot of developers don't actually allow people to have all the types of jutsus that they want, because it's just going to create a broken game. But yeah, that's basically all the questions and the comments. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. So yeah, the next project is to finish up the Chunin exam and to hopefully keep working on Konoha. And then after that, the next one I feel like is going to be the Forest of Death, where it's basically a simple map. It's a lot of trees, and there's a little tower in the middle with a little river running across it, and that's where people will fight in stages of the Chunin exam in order to retrieve the Earth and Heaven Scroll, and the winner obviously becomes Chunin. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to leave you with me basically designing the Chunin exam and Konoha.